So would you like to see part 2 of my tablescaping competition for LA County Fair? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you part 2. I'm going to show you my table in 2 stages, and I cannot wait to show you. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age. Always on a budget. You know I'm 70. I say it because if I can do it, you can do it too at any age. I want to thank all my wonderful subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you for all your sweet comments and support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss this tablescaping competition or any of my springtime videos. And if you like this one, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, this is part 2. If you didn't watch part 1, go back and watch it because I tell you my whole concept of my table. Today I'm going to show you my table with just the linens, the backboard up, my wall panel that I painted, and I'm going to show you all the trim and everything, and then I'm going to show you the finished table with all the flowers and plates and accessories and cakes and the whole thing. It's just so beautiful, and I really think I've captured the opulence and elegance of Versailles in springtime. All right, I hope you love it. I hope you got inspired, and I'm going to see you in the next video, and I'm going to be at the fair. All right, thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so I want to go through and show you the basics of my table before I put everything on it. I wanted to give you this far away shot because it'll help you see the table a little bit better. But basically what I did is I did a tablecloth across the top. This is, by the way, 60 by 40. I'm going to show you how I did these separate pieces that I did the tassel trim on. It looks very fancy, but it's actually pretty easy. I'm also going to show you the backdrop, how I added the fabric to that and did swags at the top, and of course painted that stencil that I told you about that I have on the table so I can show you real quickly. So let's go in and take a look. Now the first thing I want to talk about is this piece of board here, this backdrop. You can see here that I stenciled. This is the stencil. Okay, I talked about that in my last video. It's 4 feet long by 2 feet across. And you can see I just went ahead and just did a little stencil brush and pounced on there the colors. And when I was done, I had this beautiful, beautiful stencil board. Now just to show you, I did a lot of shading. I came back after I did the blue flowers and added some pink for highlights, some darker blue and purple. And I did it on the gold also. I don't know if you can see here. See, there's many different shades. So, I'm sorry my chandelier's right here. But I also did 2 half curves, a little curve here on the top and one on the other side. And I added the little flowers here. But you can see it's all out of the same fabric. I had so much. Now this fabric on this board, I just stapled on the back. Okay, let me show you the inner workings of this table, because you might say, well, how do you get this piece of board on here? This is really heavy, okay? And how do you get it to stay upright? Well, what I do is I build this brace, I call it. It's probably 30 inches by 2 feet, okay? And I put eye hooks in the top, eye hooks on the back of this big board, and I wire on, and then I wire it to the top. And I support this brace with 4 industrial clamps across the back. If you want to know how to make something stay upright, this is how to do it, okay? So you put your brace on first. This is, I can't even move this. This is so on there so well. And then you just lean your board up against and then tie it on here. All right. So whenever I do swags like I did on the back here, and I'm sorry my chandelier is right in the way, okay, I always want to repeat it at the bottom also. So you can see down here I have 2 swags, and I have these long pieces. Let me fold back the actual tablecloth and I'll show you. Now this is my dirty old cover on my board here, so ignore that. But what I've done is I've just cut out 1 piece a centerpiece in that. I made them pointed at the bottom, and I added the beautiful little tassel and the flowers. And then I put trim on the other. And you can see they're just all kind of just layered one on top of the other. Now, when I get to the fair, I'll either staple these on or do duct tape. And then the front of my tablecloth just comes and lays right on top. And of course, I'm going to have things on the front, so you don't really realize that. And then the sides, I ended up putting my seam here because the tablecloth was not wide enough. There's no seam on this side, but I put my seam over here so it's barely noticeable. So I have enough drop over here with my beautiful fringe. All right, this is the basic table. Here's my table. It's all finished. All right, let's take a look up close here. So in the front of the table, I have my frames, as I showed you before, and one will have the menu, one will have the title, which is Spring Luncheon at Versailles. This one will be an informational one with my sources. Here's my cake, and it is sitting on top of a upside down crystal napkin holder. Okay, I wanted to add some crystal to the table because I wanted it to really complement the Waterford glasses. Now let's take a look at the place setting and how it goes in with the menu. So here's my napkin. Okay, I have my gold charger. For my salad portion, it's going to be a sliced fruit salad. I have a salad fork here. And then I have a fork and knife for my entree, which is going to be roasted lemon chicken, potatoes au gratin, petite peas and carrots, and of course, a cake for dessert. So I have my fork and knife for the entree, and then for dessert, I have my cake fork with the tines pointing to the right. That is the European place to put your dessert utensil. Now let's take a look at the back of the table. Oh, I love my topiaries. Let's take a closer look. Now these were in my kitchen, and you might have seen these. I've had these decorated with, they were actually painted black with ribbons and flowers and all kinds of things. I made the bows. They match the tablecloth. And then I've wired together some of the flowers. Now the flowers on the table are pretty much French lavender, purple wisteria, blue hydrangea, and pink roses. And here's one of my cherubs. Remember, I repeated the cherub here. And he's holding a little ball of greenery. So that kind of reiterates the balls that are on the bottom of these topiaries here. You can see how pretty the florals look. And I continue them all the way to the end of the table. I think the topiaries look very country French to me. And this is it. This is my table. Next time you see me, I'll be at the fair setting it up, showing you pictures of other tables at the fair, and letting you know if I want any ribbons. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I hope you loved it. I hope you got inspired, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.